Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. Ay. So it is Tuesday morning and I came out to the workshop just to wake up and just the right end. It's a little chalk marker. Where did I get that? The Dollar Tree. That's what I thought. I thought I would just sit here and play for a few minutes in this tiny little journal. There is no theme. This is just one I was having fun with, and it's one I took with me over the weekend to a couple of different gigs that Jason had, and just sat and played. Of course, I couldn't take my watercolors with me. Well, I could have, but I didn't want to try to do that at a table in a restaurant or whatever. One was a brewery and one was a restaurant in downtown Raleigh, and that place is crazy in a good way. I told Jason, I had to laugh. I said, if a bar could be the scrap exchange, this would be it. They have what they call their backstage, and it is a porch, and like behind me you can see that it's completely open. So people sit outside. I mean, there are people who smoke, and the smoke kind of rolls in, which I don't really like that. But it's just, there's so much stuff. There's stuff everywhere. They have glued stuff to the walls. There's creepy dolls. There's skulls. Just everything you can think of all over the place. All kinds of crazy signs. But anyway, I sat there and glued things into my journal and just wrote down little things while I was waiting on the band to start playing. I love going through with watercolor and just adding all sorts of little marks and stuff. And it turns out pretty, even though there's no theme, and you know, it's kind of a mess, but it's a fun mess. Anyway, was I saying something else, or is that... Oh, I do know one thing I was going to say. I wanted to have the fun packs ready yesterday. And I know Monday, I want Monday to be my inventory. I'm working towards that. I want Monday to be like a new release of inventory. But Jason did have several gigs over the weekend, and I went with him, and I love being able to do that. I love being here and being able to go with him. So that kept me busy, but the reason I didn't get them listed yesterday is because I have some really large sheets of paper that I need to cut up to put in these packs, and they were rolled. So I got really tired of fussing with those yesterday, and I thought I'm just going to lay them out flat and let them sort of flatten out overnight, and I will cut them tomorrow, which means today, Tuesday, and hopefully get these fun packs out into the universe today. These are some fun ones. I know they're all fun. I say that about all of them. They're all so different. And also, all the last set have been mailed out. So those should all be on the way, and hopefully they will be okay. Always let me know if there's a problem. If you order one and there's a problem, please just let me know. The paper, the scrapbook paper in those, of course it's 12 by 12, and it was so wide that it really took up the entire width of the very large envelope that I put everything in. And I always worry that something's going to get exposed to rain or whatever. I try to put things in plastic bags, but that doesn't always work out. But always let me know if you have a problem with anything. What I'm doing with this journal is just, I love these stickers. I've put a few in here. Let's see, there's one over here. I think I've put 2. I've used 2. What does that say? Some sort of Puff 7205. Huh? I guess that's the little sticker number or whatever. Which means, of course, that we need to take it out and put it in the journal. Let's put those up. I don't know that I want to add any more of those. in here. Will that even stick? It's funny. So, yeah, there's really no rhyme or reason to some of this. I just like to go through and use materials and make it pretty and full of things. Oh, here's my stapler. This is the one that was in my little travel zipper bag. The bag that Kim made for me. I emptied it out last night so that I could pull out the things I'm not going to use on my next traveling, journaling adventure. And I will refresh the bag. But yeah, I just like adding things here and there. Why don't we, I'm just going to tear along the top and leave the tear up there, and maybe I will glue this in. I love tacky glue. Is there anything else that I wanted to tell you? It's been very hot here. I think we've all had a heat wave, and every day I think it's going to start cooling off some, and it seems like it might want to, and then it doesn't. I'm not saying I want to rush cold weather our way, but it does get really hot, and it's going to feel nice to have some cooler mornings to sit outside and drink coffee or whatever. That said, Jason was saying last night, we really need to get over to the Eno again and swim with Kendall, my little grandson. He loves it so much. And he loves Jason. That child loves Jason, which I'm really happy about that. This is just a little page torn from a magazine page. And I need to go through ephemera. There's just so much that I need to do. There will be some fun ephemera in this next fun pack. That's one more thing that I did not completely get done. One reason why they weren't listed yesterday, because I have a huge stack that I purchased, and I want to go through and put a little pack of ephemera in each fun pack. Glass, handle with care. Oh, we should put that on there because so many dolls were porcelain back in the day. This probably was adhesive, but I'm just going to go ahead and use the glue. My grandmother, who has passed away, my maternal grandmother, and I loved her dearly. She was a sweetheart, and she was a good cook. She was pretty. There were 13 children in her family. And sadly, 3 of the boys died when they were young, so 10 grew to adults. But at Christmas time, there weren't a lot of toys. It wasn't like it is now. But I think they got a doll to share between 2 of the sisters. And I think the 2 were pulling on it. They were, not wanting to share. I guess it was brand new or whatever, and it broke. They dropped it and it broke. I think that's the story. I need to ask my mom maybe to refresh my memory about that. But yeah, can you imagine having toys that would break that easily? I bet there was a lot of disappointment a lot of the time. The kids also learned to be careful with things. And they learned that things come at a cost. I will say, as far as learning that things come with a cost, and I realize that I'm older, but one of my concerns, and one of the reasons I'm just really glad to be home right now, is working with people who can't stay off their telephones during work hours. I hate to say it, but it seems like a lot of, I hate to say this generation, that makes me sound really old and it makes me sound judgmental, but I witnessed this with my eyes on a daily basis. younger people who cannot walk from one spot to another at work without pulling out their phones. And if you're a person who feels like you're working every spare minute of the day and you're thinking ahead and your goal is prosperity for where you work, you see and you realize how much time and how much money people really waste when they do that. I mean, let's just say I'm just not willing to work as hard as I do. There needs to be good leadership to make sure that people are working. I don't know. I don't want to say too much, but yeah. Kids before, especially this older generation with not very many clothes. Oh, I remember my grandmother talking about that too. Talking about how with clothing, they only had a few outfits. They had a Sunday outfit and they had work clothes and, like maybe just a few dresses. Not when you open your closet and the wooden dowel holding your clothes is so heavy laden that it's about to break in half. I love to get on here and just ramble, and I appreciate everybody being patient with me because I know sometimes I go off on these tangents. Isn't the color fun in here just to add like that orange? Is that marmalade? Yeah, spiced marmalade. And Jennifer, I think you sent me these. Jen's Artlandia. Several of you have sent me wonderful things. Jen has sent me some beautiful inks and paints and the Caran d'Ache crayons, which I love to pieces. It's a little drawing there. I wonder. We'll soak up the extra there. I don't want it to get everywhere. But maybe this will give it just a tiny bit of color. Yeah, so sweet. There's one of the hidden paper clips. And so I think it's fun to just add anything and everything. What does this say? Ooh. Traveler. I really want to cut out that part that says Traveler and glue it next to him. And we'll make sure we save the rest of this paper. It's really pretty. This was sent to me as well. There, I like that. I love these stickers that are made to look like typewriter keys. I have just put different ones throughout. We will take, where is it? Let's see. Oh, here it is. Hang on. Remember this amazing old stamp set that I bought? We will go through and just put some letters at random. I absolutely love this. I think that'll fit. Those letters are a little bit tall, but I think we can work it out. I need to pull this out and keep it out. I love that so much. Oh, you know what? I need to pull this out too. I was wanting some of these to go in the fun packs. And look, here they are right here. I've got so much stuff out here. It's crazy town sometimes. But it is getting more and more organized. Why don't we go ahead and, did you hear that? Why don't we go ahead and try stamping one of these letters into the circle and just see. Ooh, look, I love it so much. That's perfect. So before I'm done, I want to have, I could spell birdsong just throughout the book. Do you know what I mean? Let's see. So there would be B-I, this last one would be the G. I was looking at how to spread these out and not have them all bunched up together, but just let it be, just go through the book. Oh no. Let me get my Sharpie. I should have done that one a little bit higher. Let's see if we can finish this one. That's a funny G, isn't it? But we know it's a G. Okay. Let's do an N. There, that one's perfect. Goodness. B-I. Why don't I just leave this off? Hello. B-I. R. D. Are there any more in here? I can't remember. We need S and O. Yes. Where should I put it? I hope I didn't miss one of these somewhere that's not going to have a stamp on it. Here we go. So we have B, I, R, D, S, O, N, G. Love it. Well, I guess I will stop for right now because I do want to get back to this large paper, get that cut up, get these ephemera packs into the fun packs, and I will have them available sometime in the next few hours. And I already have one person who has asked for one. Of course, you're never obligated if you say, you know, can I have one? Anyway, so I will have those available. Trying to decide if I will put these on Etsy or PayPal. The thing about Etsy is that you don't get your money right away. I don't like that. And they're so slow about making those deposits. I just don't like that. But I also like for it to be in Etsy with everything else because, you know, you can choose to order $35 worth of stuff and get free shipping. I do free shipping on the fun packs anyway. It definitely makes it easier for me in some ways to have it all together in Etsy because I can just print my labels from there, but they take so many fees. I don't know. I go back and forth and back and forth. Anyway, I will, if you have thoughts, just let me know. And I will be back really soon. Thanks for joining me during my morning art time, and bye for now.